evening, everybody. This is our weekly community. This is our second weekly community race for the week. The Duckling Boot Camp Exploring the Great Beyond. This is Town and Fiend Shuffle Week. I am DM Stewart 1981. Alongside me in the booth is Odron. How are we doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. Unlike these blessings and malices that have been rolled for our ducklings tonight.
Oof.
Our fighter gets improved Thor Hammer, but he's not smart enough to learn spells today. Our thief gets access to axes, which no one really ever uses, but also late lockpicking, which, if I remember right, adds 5 levels onto the lockpick. Is it 5 or 8?
It's 5 or 10, I don't remember which.
But either way, they're going to be hoping for an early key. Black Belt, bonus wood evasion set, but less MDef per level. So that level 42 mark, not good enough anymore.
Well, 42 will still get you on hits, but
it won't get you ribbon status.
You have to go all the way to 50. You have to go all the way to 50, and you still don't quite get. You still won't quite get pseudo ribbon.
Our red mages are a little healthier with plus 20 vitality, but they can't learn nuke.
Ooh.
And our white mages get an extra level of Cure 3 if it isn't already level 8, but they can't use Invis 2 either. So, yeah, a lot of somewhat decent blessings, and then a lot of mean malices.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just kind of ugly. So we've got what are our incentives? What are our incentive locations?
We have random ice, random ordeals, random marsh cave, random titan trove, earth cave is random pre-rod, sea shrine is random unlocked, sky palace is random mirage, Corneria locked is vanilla, and Cardia Islands is random.
We're off, and oh no. Oh no,
Yep.
that it is too that the white mage can't learn is at level 1.
Fun. Oh, hey look, that
nuke the red mage can't learn is also at level 1. Ouch.
well, at least on Inferna's side, there's only a black mage and no red mage, so that doesn't hurt as much.
Well, and Siberian didn't take a red mage either, so.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Fighter, white mage, thief, black mage. Chime is in Cardia.
Well, that's kind of nice.
Well, there's a hand axe +2, so that plus axe on the thief is actually useful.
I would take a large knife +1 over a hand axe +2. The axes just usually have such low accuracy.
There is that. Oh, and so much armor rolling down there in that shop.
That's fine. Who needs armor? That's Siberian actually going to check the boxes here in Toph.
Mm-hmm. Given the level of equipment we've seen so far, I don't blame them for that. That's not really a bad play.
More minus armor. Some money in a cabin.
Well, useful.
Well, they both have a black mage, so the Scarland's not going to be an issue.
Yeah, they both have black mage with nuke, so. And Inferna, you love to see it from the ducklings. That's a bottle from the king and a ruby from Sarah.
Not the most useful things right away, but alright.
And what I was just about to say, You love to see from the ducklings the starting to learn encounter manipulation.
It's a very good skill to pick up on as soon as you can. Because if you wait to learn it, like I did, you have lots of times where you just don't want to bother with it.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Encounter manipulation is a very useful skill, especially when you have something very early off the hard reset, or especially when you have a couple and then a hero, when you can put yourself to a hero run for dungeons. Inferna
Yeah.
picking up that bottle and that ruby. Or
Does
in
look like
Inferna's
we're
case,
having a little bit of technical difficulties with Siberian stream.
yeah. Or in Inferna's case, because Inferna's used one of our fun percent flags for the ruby. Tequila. Hey,
Now,
I
did
gotta
you
make
say that the chime was for sale here, or was there just a hint for it here?
There's a hint for it here.
Oh, okay.
It looks like we have Provoca at Provoca. Hey, there's a Fire 3. That's useful.
That's not a bad spell. I would actually pick that up on the Black Mage, because if you run into like the metal slimes, you can use that and save your nuke cast for something else.
Yeah. And a Lock 2 also there. I did
It's
not happen to see what Bicky had. But we'll see it soon on Inferno's side.
yeah. Unfortunately, with the small outage we had, we missed Siberian doing the pirate fight.
All right.
Ah,
Canal.
the canal. I think we saw a hint saying one of the kings had the ship.
And I don't necessarily like the play of checking those 3 chests when you don't have the crystal and you don't have loose items.
Yeah, unless you needed money quickly for something, I agree with you, since there's no loose incentives or anything like that.
I mean, even if you need money, take a couple of random fights.
I mean, you can find a potentially like 10k plus money chest in there if you're lucky.
Or go get the 2 dwarf chests.
They never have money. They keep that in the locked room.
But they're a whole lot less out of the way.
Does he have TNT?
Yes, apparently that was TNT at and there's the legendary armor shop.
Ooh, power bonks for sale. I'm trying to figure out where he found TNT.
That must have been Bicky? Question mark.
Oh, maybe it was a shop item?
Or shop item? Yeah, it could be a shop item. Also, this is why you don't check. You wait to check those chests until after. That's why you wait to check those chests until you have crystal. Because you go straight somewhere, get the crystal, and then you go right back.
So that might be why Inferna is taking fights. They might be short on money.
That is a good possibility.
And there's the canoe.
Well, extended open is not on, so as I recall from yesterday, extended open progression is not on in these flags.
Forgetting that he has a canoe already. It happens. Personally, because they had that level 1 warp and nuke, I'd be going straight to ice right now.
I can see making that play.
You're already in that direction. You can hit up ice, warp up to check the 3, then go down and check the rest if needed.
Yeah.
Then you can go straight down to Crescent and get the item there, and if you're feeling up to it, you can even go into Volcano.
Yeah, that's a solid routing choice.
However, I do not blame them for not wanting to do that route, because low-level ice is a very scary thing.
Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know if you watched me run the Black Belt Week seed a couple of weeks ago. The Black Belt Week reveal seed a couple weeks ago.
Okay, ask me how I didn't see anything nasty in a large race and everyone else was complaining about it afterwards.
Yeah, that sometimes happens.
I was like, wow, that ice was so like easy and quick, and then I just look at the race room and everyone's like, ice was the worst thing ever.
Here's the thing about ice: is something in ice will have rolled some awful. There's Gaia. There's Gaia.
Well, there's Bottle being useful.
So you may or may not actually be able to get that Crescent Lake item.
Yeah, I mean, it's likely it won't be Crescent, but you're still able to get the town check along that routing.
Well, yes.
Will Siberian remember to talk to the witch?
Maybe, maybe not. Nope. Oh, yep.
Nope.
Nope.
It's okay. I get that. You're not used to seeing the town that early, so the hint spot doesn't seem right in your head. But we have a marsh dive incoming.
That's another one. Something in Marsh has rolled. Something in Marsh has rolled just some awful script.
Oh, that's always a thing, though.
Oh,
Marsh always has at least one terrible. And there we see Mute Touch, which landed on the one person who can AoE cast.
And it's because there's so many. It's because there's so many different enemies in Marsh and Ice. That
Yeah.
maybe nothing rolled nasty, but there's enough enemies that the odds are something did.
And there's a nice mix of undead and bow, so chances of making your enemies run away from you is very small.
Much lower. Hey, there's a white shirt.
That's a pretty nice find.
That's in his 2 casts.
Yeah, get your party all evaded up on the fiend fights. There's our incentive.
And at this point, yeah, I'll check those 2 chests. I don't think
Yeah, I mean, you're here.
Anything else in Marsh.
And you have warps, so...
Yep, that's exactly what I'd do. Because no one wants to deal with Marsh.
Oh, come on, there could have been a fun... I don't think Siberian saved after leaving Marsh.
No, he did not. And Grumps have cremate.
Well, just a friendly reminder, always save whenever you leave a dungeon after finding an incentive item.
Yes.
Or getting an orblet. You never know what's going to happen in the next 5 steps.
Yeah, and the XP box was a very nice find.
Yeah, 6,000 free experience this early on is really nice. Well, we know this isn't an Zlotto seed, because we haven't seen those wolves do anything mean. But those Grimps...
Yeah, Grumps with cremate.
It's not the worst thing ever, but
worst.
because of it being early levels, it's very painful still.
It's not the worst, but there are so many of them. But
Inferno is doing the routing that I would have done, it looks like.
Yep. They come in big packs, and they come in, and it looks like they get some priority. They get some higher agility.
Okay, Inferno's not quite doing the routing I would have done.
I don't dislike this routing.
Karibs will sleep.
Oh. Yeah.
That scares me as to what they might have after sleep.
Yeah, that river system. EXP.
It's only one, but...
Crescent can't be Gaia, Catnip, because Elfland is Gaia. And there's that Grumps with cremate.
Oh, Elfland though. That's a nice find. Get yourself some level 3 and 4 magic.
Well, given the way this seed has gone, is level 3 and 4 magic going to be any good?
You might find a harm spell for your white mage.
You might find fast.
Level 3 fast. I won't complain about that. Northwest had the ship. Okay. Level 3 wall and cure 3 aren't terrible.
Scimitar +5 in the weapon shop, which
picking up the fog too. Interesting.
Because the no invis too. It's not as good, but
I mean, but we. Oh wait, maybe Inferno didn't find the white shirt yet.
Inferno's not gone to Marsh, and so has not found the white shirt.
Always stock up on heal potions if you have money.
There's Crescent at Melmond.
Man, they picked a really bad location to relocate to. Tail is in Earth. Earth 3.
Yeah, Tail is in Earth on Vampire Floor. And oh, Ice 3 and Lead 3 both at level 6. Oof.
It's sounding so far that Black Mage would have had a bad time with spells.
And there's an actually marginally useful paper cut sword.
Level 4 exit.
Level 4 exit's not bad.
Yeah.
There's a...
If you have a charge of level 4 already, that makes the ice play a little safer.
There's a Vorpal +5, so it's...
Where do we see a Vorpal? Nah, that can't be real.
Crescent.
That can't be real.
Like I said, it's an actually possibly marginally useful Vorpal.
What else is Inferno looking for here?
I think Inferno's just thinking through... what do I need to do? What needs to happen?
Yeah, there's multiple directions Inferno could take from this location. Unfortunately, going this way, unless there's a floater, an ice cave, or volcano, might be putting you a little bit behind, if I can speak. Zombie D not looking like it has anything scary yet.
Inferno's made a decision and gets to those EXPs, which have sleep touch. That
Slightly
zombie D
annoying.
I will say that the zombie D is a nice fight to take for some pretty decent XP.
Well, looks like that top left warp room of ordeals was just a trap. Yeah, there's those Kareeves pretending to be Sandmen.
Yeah. Oh. I once rolled a seed for myself that had ambushing nuke Kareeves.
Oh,
Oh,
they
and
have stone poison after that sleep.
And slow too. Wow. Note to self, don't take any encounters in the river system. And as Macklin, our restreamer, points out in the chat, this is why Encounter Manip is so powerful.
Yeah. Just save often on the rivers.
Yeah. Inferna headed for ice. Inferna headed
I like
for
the play.
Ice. You know, combined with Inferna, I guess that meant that when Inferna stopped. When Inferna
Floater
stopped,
was in ordeals.
Ordeals 3-pack. We knew that from a hint. We had a hint.
Oh, we did? Oh, okay.
I think we did. No, we had no. The float. No, the hint. The floor 3 hint was for Earth.
Yeah, the Earth level 3 had something.
So this suggests to me that Infernus stopped, collaborated, and listened.
Frost Giants with damage poison.
Ouch. It's because you see a lot of those in Ice Cave.
At least they're not like one of the more common encounters.
And Siberian Bull making their way over to Crescent.
I'm going to assume they went into the air first.
Presumably, because it's real easy to take the. It's really easy to park there, go straight north to get to Crescent.
Yeah. I am curious if they're going to do the startup play right after this or not.
This also means that we are somewhat unlikely to see Siberian Bull run into those
Kareebs.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's very small chance of that happening at this point. Alright, Inferna not finding anything in those top 3 chests.
Here's Cobras. There's the
Triple
Whiz
Whiz
Mummy.
Mummy.
Triple Whiz Mummy is probably worth taking at these levels.
Yeah, as long as they don't have anything awful.
Or as long as you get your nuke off before they do anything awful.
Yeah, as I was saying that, I saw the mute touch land on the fighter. But I didn't see who did that.
I missed which one did the mute touch as well. But something in that pack has mute touch.
Oh
Definitely
man, that's a lot of experience right there.
Yeah. That's just so juicy XP-wise.
Probably would have used Fire 3 instead of Nuke, because it's the last Nuke charge.
And Fire 3 does critical damage to all of them anyway, so...
Yeah. Already up to level 14, though.
And Siberian gonna make that Sarda play.
Herb, alright. Now, do you remember to check Titans?
Yes, Siberian did check Titans.
Oh, Titans was before Sarda?
Yes.
Okay.
The Titans first.
Oh, the key.
And given the late lock picking on the thief.
Yeah.
There's that Thor hammer.
It only rolled plus
It only
one.
Plus one, but
I'd probably rock the Flame Sword plus 5 for a while. And then just swap to the Vorpal on the Fiendry fights.
alright. Siberian headed to Melman, or Provoca. There's our incentive item in literally the last chest. And
I was looking at Siberian. What was it?
It's the Adamant.
Ah. Well, you'll go by Dwarf Cave if you continue the full loop of the Inner Sea. Kind of. Yeah, because you'll get your ship from Northwest, go back to Elfland, grab the ship, then you can river dock by the dwarves.
I missed. Did Siberian check Cornelia locked?
I don't think so, especially since they were in Provoca before coming here, and I don't think there was enough time in between the two.
I mean, they stopped at Corneria, but they stopped at Corneria and saved.
Maybe they're just thinking, I have to stop here, and then we're like, why am I stopping here, and just took an in. I've done that to myself.
Yeah, we all have.
Ooh, toxic gargoyles.
Oh, ouch. Toxic on gargoyles.
Earth is not safe at all.
Block houses and dipped.
Well, those houses are going to come in real handy, though. I probably would have just reset there. I'm pretty sure
don't mind the
Siberians saw the hint for where the tail is here, but maybe they're just looking for gear still.
Probably looking for gear. Oh! Squint! Squint on those Caribs.
Oh, the Caribs have squint too? Happy fun times in the river system. Arachnids with crack.
Just say no to crack, kids.
I think I want to stick around this Earth for now. Though, yeah, I mean, Siberian could totally go ice and volcano before coming back here.
No, the Siberian got the hint for. I don't know that Siberian got the hint that it's on vampire floor.
I thought they both did, but maybe I'm wrong.
Or maybe
Silver Shield
Siberian
plus
took
5 isn't bad. Isn't going to help with all these awful scripts in here, but
But
and
it's
it
at
does-
least absorb.
yeah, and it does look like it's the normal mummies that have the mute touch.
Looks like I would say Siberian Bull's looking for gear.
Yeah,
Has to be.
I think they were trying to put that giant sword on a thief, but I think it's ninja, fighter,
It's
red
not
wizard, or red mage.
Yeah, it's not thief. It's not thief usable. It's only ninja usable. But it's a good thought.
Uh-oh. Alright, got away from the gargoyle pack. More arachnids.
Yeah, more arachnids with crack.
It's okay, they're only melee.
Okay, they're punching now. What was the incentive? Was Volcano incentivized at all?
Volcano is not. So it's just tests and a fiend kill.
Okay.
Ice plus 5 shield.
And we're going to see Inferno check the armory, and I'm going to expect not a lot else.
I mean, that was a nice experience chest.
Yeah.
And apparently there was a wizard stick I missed, which could help bring down that carry.
And Siberian making... looks like it must be in the... Oh no, picked up. It's picked up.
We are playing Shuffled Towns, Shuffled Fiends tonight, Chanigan. With not great flursings
Awful
and
blur signs.
very mean early game enemies.
awful persons like Red Mage gets no nuke and nuke at level 1.
And White Mage gets no Invis 2 with Invis 2 at level 1.
Now there is one thing I'm not 100% sure of. And that is... Oh, there's a ribbon.
That's a nice
something I am
find.
sure of. But that is if you have the Malice can't learn Invis 2. Can you use the white shirt to cast Invis 2?
Yes. You're just not able to have it as one of your slotted spells. And again, your idea of fun doesn't match up with most people, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah. Champion.
You lost me after the early ice. I was fine with that.
I mean, I've done early ice. I've done early ice and it worked out really well. I've done early ice and it worked out like it was in the Black Belt Week reveal seed.
Oh look, it's more Grimps.
Yeah, more Grumps with Cremate. I do like some of our fun some of the fun enemy names, like Grumps, or there was a ribbon in Earth. I didn't notice if there was a second one.
I was too busy shuddering at the thought of solo vanilla thief going through a very early ice cave. There's a reason I play Randomizer. I don't care for the vanilla of this game that much.
Yeah, no. There was definitely one in the armory room.
Kraken in the Earth Cave. We have shuffled towns and shuffled fiends for the Ducks tonight, Razor.
Hey, yes, there were 2 ribbons in Earth. So
not a lot of people would find that second one.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. No way I would have.
This is looking like a painful Kraken fight. Yeah, Kraken still hits hard even when pretending to be Lich.
So in other words, a Kraken fight.
That poor person in the first slot. I'm alive! 500 damage hit.
I'm alive! Kraken casts Punch. I'm alive! Kraken casts Punch.
Oh, and that is a unfortunate wipe.
It is. We're gonna check Hall of Giants.
Hey, look, there's actually a carry in a volcano.
Have an eye mage. Oh, there's that Frost Giant.
I don't know if Siberian knows what it has, but we know that's not something you want to see.
Well, Frost Giant's not enough XP to be worth taking, so...
Yeah. Didn't check the tile behind it, though.
No, that was the second tile.
Oh, it was?
The first tile was... nothing worth remembering.
Fair enough. And there is the first fiend kill of the match.
That is a Fire Fiend on Inferno's side. Um, I will disagree slightly, Mecklin. This feels like grab the tail and the 2 ribbons and leave.
And there's those toxic gargoyles again. Well, they're not happy that you're planning on leaving.
Yeah, and they're going to show up somewhere on a encounter tile.
Fire 2 asps.
Ooh.
How did we not see those before?
We ran from them before they got it off.
Our Cracknids got away.
Yeah, this Earth is really not safe.
The Grimps apparently also have heat.
Yeah, well, heat's not really.
And glance.
Wow.
Hey, look, a nice safe wolf pack.
I mean, I've seen worse.
Look, your fighter's not getting promo spells. It'd be nice to get promo spells on the thief, but you can always come back for that tail later.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing is the way promo spells work is
I know.
getting them at the first 4 odd numbered levels after promotion, starting at 15.
See, there was what? Saber at level 1, Nuke at level 1, and Fast at level 4 as the potential things you'd want on a ninja.
Yeah.
Maybe that Fire 3 at level 2 if you're feeling frisky.
And it's not like Vampire was that dangerous.
No, not the vampire, everything else.
So there's plenty of reason to think. Dive down to the 2 ribbons.
Exit out.
Exit out.
Do not take another step after picking up that second ribbon. Just smash that exit spell. That vampire was guarding that 200 gold with his life.
Just use no. Downing a vampire, using the rod and noping out. Don't mind that play. That's not a bad play at all. There's a defense.
But if you're taking that many extra steps to get that far already, I would have just pushed for at least one of the ribbons.
Well, it's so you don't have to go and do vampire and vampire and rod later.
Yeah. But when you come back later, they're going to be even less of an issue.
And there's a Bane Sword, so there's a Bane Sword for Siberian, so that gives us an opportunity to get that Kraken down.
You still have to make it to Kraken as the issue, though.
Yeah, you still have to make it there. And not get whoever has the Bane Sword punched.
Yeah, you put it on your fighter with that defense sword and get all the ruse stacks up early.
There's
full sky access.
And sky, as we all know, provides.
Yeah, it's not like Sky's gonna have nasty scripts too.
And
Oh
we do
yeah,
have
Hall of
Hall of
Dragons.
Dragons.
I forgot about that being on in this flag
I
set.
thought we had Hall of Dragons. Thought I remembered Hall of Dragons from last night.
Luckily not seeing whoever the Tia 2 is, which is either Tia or Lich.
So I was gonna say, I thought I remembered Luffy taking a partial grind in there last night.
Yeah, I was playing the Lefinian League Mage on a Stick, which has Hall of Dragons, so I wasn't sure if I was just thinking about that.
So we should tell our viewers and the Ducklings about the Fanian League.
So, Lefanian League is a little bit of a more advanced flag set mini tournament. It's nothing official, but we do run a championship for it at the end. Twice a week there's going to be flags put out. You have 48 hours to do an async of those flags. Your placing gets you points based off of bins. How bins work, the person who finishes first, and then a minute after them is all bin 1. Then whoever finishes after that first bin time limit starts bin 2, yada yada. People can challenge each other for points to play matches, and since it's not an official tournament, you can do silly things like challenge someone to a different randomizer if you wanted to for the points. It's just a fun time. The flag sets are a little bit harder, but as long as you finish, you're going to get points and you can have fun challenging people and just doing nonsense the whole time. So if you're interested, Lefinian League, it's a great time. Register, or if you just want to try the flags, they're down there for you.
By the way, Siberian is back into Earth.
Yeah. I still think I would have went somewhere else and got some more levels before coming back.
Verna picks up that crown. That crown is what led to the airship, isn't it?
It led to the ship, and the airship was in Ordeals.
Okay.
But Inferna does have the Adamant to turn in, which we don't know what that's going to actually get us. It could even be a ribbon. Which would make the Earth dive a little more tolerable.
Yeah, just a touch.
Oh. Oh, did Inferno already turn in the Adamant and I missed it? Look, I know I'm blind, but... Dang, I am blind. Or I guess I was just thinking of routing in my head and it didn't fit, so I just assumed it didn't happen yet.
There is that. Maybe it was the slab? Question mark?
Yeah, that's what chats and our amazing trackers are telling us. It was the slab. I don't believe we've seen Lefane yet, or Melmond. So, at least half of that turn-in is going to be floater locked.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Ogres with poison touch. Not the worst thing ever, but very annoying.
Yeah, that's just it takes a while. Very time consuming.
Alright, let's see if Siberian has a winning plan going into this Kraken fight.
And Siberian about to try and take out a Kraken.
Not going with the Bane Sword strats. And one Invis to cast off and no more coming out. Unless life actually works. And by that I mean Kraken doesn't decide to instantly punch down a person being brought back to life.
There is that.
Ah, there's a Kraken down. Two swinging weapons and a nuke. Only took a couple rounds. Guess you have to remember, since it is in the Lich spot, its HP is based off of that location.
Yeah, 400 base. And Siberian headed into the Ice Cave.
With the ribbons in hand, Ice Cave isn't going to pose any issues.
Ice Cave will pose a much less serious threat for Ribbons.
Inferna doing the Ruby turn-in before checking ordeals. Which is a reasonable play. Location-based checks and all.
Right.
Oh no. We know how scary those arachnids can be. The Siberian is only looking for Oxyale and loot.
Yes.
Personally, I would have put off the ice play. You have everything you need for Sky, so I would have gone there first, since it's a required dungeon and has a key item. That's just where my thinking is on that point.
Oh, I'm thinking clear that part of the world entirely. Clear it so I never have to come back to it.
I suppose.
Just like I've cleared Melman Continent. And yes, I'll have to go back to it when I get the slab.
No you
But
won't.
otherwise I never have to come back to it. Oh, you're right, I don't. But now, if I'm Siberian Bull, I never have to come back to Melman Continent. Just like by clearing Ice and Volcano right now, Siberian Bull never has to come back to the Crescent Lake Quadrant.
Yeah, it's just a very close, like, pivot from Sky if Sky didn't provide for whatever reason.
I don't disagree with you. I'm providing
Alternative viewpoints.
an
I get it.
alternative viewpoint, and a viewpoint that I find very compelling's not quite the right word. A viewpoint that I find very logical.
Yeah, with these locations, in my mind, if I won't go to them unless the seed forces me to, or early game gave me the opportunity to clear them along my initial pathing.
And that's understandable. There's a wizard stick.
Pro ring for whoever doesn't have a ribbon yet.
Pro ring's a nice find.
That's not my favorite type of tile right there.
The blue D.
Yeah. They hit hard, they usually have a lot of HP.
Yeah, it tends to be a tough fight.
Alright, I haven't been paying the most attention, but I don't think Inferna's seen any of the nastiness yet in Earth.
No, I don't believe so.
It is not all loose. So Ice Cave is random, Ordeals is random, Marsh Cave is random, Titan's Trove is random, Earth Cave is random pre-rod, Sea Shrine is random unlocked, Sky Palace is random mirage, then Corneria and Cardia Island, or no, Corneria is vanilla and Cardia Islands is random. Is Mermaid... Oh, Mermaid Prison is on, so... You're more likely to find your sea incentive along the Kraken path.
Yes. There are more chests on that path. However, come with Mermaid Prison not on. With Mermaid Prison not on, there is the option. There is you can do Mermaid side because those are safe. Because all of Mermaid floor is safe.
Yeah.
Because if you recall, most of the chests on Kraken side are on Sharknado floor.
It's such a fun floor, though. There's so many different tiles you can step onto and find pain.
Or find an eye, or...
I don't think I would trust an eye with what we've seen in this season.
Yeah, with what we've seen on this floor in this seat so far, I wouldn't trust the eye either.
I could just see it starting with like Swirl or something like that.
Or just the vanilla script.
Yeah, that's pretty mean as is. I don't know what happened, but it looked like Siberian reset out of Volcano?
Might have exited out.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
And Inferna to Earth TFC, which has that Ice Shield +5.
a nice find.
which is certainly a good find. I'm not. Oh, there's the toxic gargoyles.
On Siberian side, who has dealt with them multiple times already.
I'll rephrase this: ambushing toxic gargoyles.
Inferno finding their tail. They still haven't seen how bad this Earth can be, so they're pushing forward. Aegis -3. I think I would leave that behind and just make sure the knight has one of those ribbons.
I mean, Aegis shield, dragon armor.
Yeah, but you have that ice shield +5.
Aegis shield, dragon armor. Aegis shield, dragon armor, and program give you basically everything.
Well, there's the dragon armor. It rolled neutral.
Because dragon armor gives you all of the. Dragon armor gives you basically all of the
Elemental resistances.
elemental resistance.
And the shield, I think, gives earth and
Poison.
Earth and poison. Vorpal, I believe, rolled +5.
The only thing that the only thing that rolled up is the thing that just completely is the sword that completely sucks.
It's not that bad. It has a good amount of crit.
It does. It has crit. And Inferno skipping that second ribbon.
I don't blame her. She's running a 3-man. She has a white mage that has wall that has a ribbon on it. It's not a bad spot to be in.
It really isn't.
Now going into this fiend fight is going to feel bad.
Well, we've got decent HP and decent levels. Gets off fast. Gets
Okay.
off the hog too.
Only 200 from that hit. But only 4 damage on the swing.
Ouch.
Lean into those nukes. Lean very heavily into those nukes.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point you have to.
Hope that Kraken just keeps focusing on that fighter.
And so far that's working.
6 hits for 61. I think that fighter's swinging a dragon +3.
Yeah, it's the right color for it.
Looks like those Agamos were a little beefy. And
There
that's
we go.
the second orb down for Inferna.
Yeah.
As Siberian pulls up to their carry fight. So, even though they took these differing paths, they're not really that far apart from each other.
No, really not.
Siberian has what? Promo and the key item from Cardia in Ordeals. But that's not really that far ahead.
It really isn't. I think we're going to see Inferno going straight for promo.
Yep.
there's
And
that
we found
Tia.
Tiamat. So, Tiamat's in Sky, and Lich is in Sea. Fun times.
And Gaia has Lupa land.
Siberian does not have that slab yet. They got the adamant out of ice, but have not turned it in.
Siberian picks up that fine steak.
Inferno's gonna be very happy here after these pillar mazes.
And there's Melmond at Lefang.
Wow, so tablet.
There's Cure 4 and Life 2.
Nice spells. Nothing really in black magic though. Not checking the hint giver and no slab to translate. Time to head out.
Yep. Yarp.
Just a reminder for anyone who's watching, we are currently in the Duckling Boot Camp. This is week 4 upper class flag
Yes.
set, I believe.
This is 204 flags.
And after the boot camp is over with, there is a Duckling only tournament, the Duck Derby, where all of our new players can race against each other, no stress about having to worry about going up against one of the veteran runners, and just get your bills wet in a tournament. The winner does become... is it the Duckling Prime?
I think so. There's our incentive ribbon, by the way.
Oh. And Sky. So... that slab is needed.
Yeah, that slab should turn into Oxyale.
And then loot.
And
Well...
loot will be in C. Oh wait, no, there's still Waterfall to check.
yeah, there's Waterfall too. What are we missing? So we found the Vorpal, we found the ribbon. Oh! Dud locations. There are 23 locations, but only 21 items.
Ah.
I forgot all about that. I'm over here looking at the incentivized items like, this doesn't make sense. Throwing our ducklings a little bit of a curveball, and people like me who don't read the flags as thoroughly as they should.
Yeah, this is why you read the flags.
That mage was not happy about getting hit by a fire 3 and shot one back of its own.
By the way, Siberian Bull runs into a 5 vampire pack and blasts it all with nuke, and that is very nice XP.
Oh yes. That Gurnaga Air is also nice XP, but can be very annoying to bring down.
Because the air is so dodgy.
Yeah. If you have 2 nuke casters, it can be a worthwhile fight, just like 5 or 6 water fight can be.
Well, if you have the other one that works well for those waters is Ice 3.
I don't believe we have seen yet.
No, we saw it. We saw
did?
it at level 6.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's so nuke.
Yeah.
For this specific seed. and Siberian finding Tiamat now.
That is the Fiend Tiamat goal.
Not looking too dangerous so far. You still don't want to run into it in Hall of Dragons, though, just because it is unrunnable still.
Yeah. And it is still a very difficult fight.
Yeah, lots of HP. Lots of unknown scary scripts that could land there.
And we're slowly but surely hacking away at that Tiamat.
Ooh, 4 gas dragon fight. That's some good experience.
Please. That fight's got so much XP it breaks it and underflow the counter.
Yeah, and vanilla, it seems like it doesn't give you anything, but it gives you more than it can handle. Here we go, 14,000 experience.
Love to see that. You love to see a number like that.
So, as we all know, even if there is a slight lead at this point in the game, Topher is the great equalizer and can laugh at anyone's lead.
Even mid-Topher. Which is what we've got in the seed, if I recall correctly.
I believe you're right. It's a mid-Topher 2 pass, and I do believe Masa is on Kraken's floor.
Hey,
yes.
Look, it's the linear waterfall. And let's see what this waterfall has. Oh, there's a Sun Sword +2. Don't sleep on that.
It's a good sword. But they do have that Vorpal +5, which is arguably better for the Fiendry fights, except against Lich. Just because you don't know how much evasion they're going to have, so you want that crit just to bypass it. Picking up a copper +3. Alright. Inferno getting their key on their way to pick up their floater. So we still have Slab turn in, Corneria locked. Those should be our last 2 items, right?
Should be. If we're both recalling it correctly.
I promise I pay a little more attention when I'm actually running the race as to where I am on my key items.
There's that slab coming from Blacksmith.
Verna, seeing Lefane, knowing they haven't translated yet, opting to fly away for now. Oh wait, there's a C incentive spot.
There is, in fact, Sea Shrine incentive.
And there is our loot in Corneria Locked.
Yep, and Siberian never bothered to check it. Which
Hopefully
tells
once-
us that tells those of us who are in the know that
Yeah.
C is not required. C is going to be a dud.
Yeah, you're right, because Oxyal can't be inside C, so C is going to be the dud item. Siberian does not know this, though.
Correct.
Does the dud item incentive chest still play the incentive sound?
I don't know.
Siberian may end up full clearing C, looking for that last incentive, if not. Waterfall was off the robot. I don't think robot normally plays the sound.
I don't know that it does.
I'm trying to think, and I'm not like getting a clear image. Well, I can't like see it in my head whether it does or not. Inferna finding the disappointing level 5 black magic. The much better level 5 white magic.
Siberian Bowl checking at least the chest on Kraken's side. I think. Did Bolt pick up that loot?
I'm sorry?
Because did Bolt pick up the loot?
I don't believe Siberian has the loot unless you saw it in their inventory.
Okay, no loot on the tracker on their stream, so no. Siberian
Yeah.
has not picked up the loot.
This is going to be a full clear of C, trying to find where that loot is, and then possibly a few seconds of what did I miss. Not picking up the root stick.
Well, has defense sword.
Hey, look, the eye.
Hey, look, it's an eye.
It only punched so far.
And Inferna picks up that Oxy up.
Inferna
Hey, look,
is
it's
in
party
item go.
Hey, look, it's a seafood party platter.
No thanks. There's too many lobsters in that party for me. Still too many lobsters.
And Inferna about to start sky.
Now I wonder if Inferna does any more checks or just full go modes at this point.
I think I full go mode.
Siberian Bull did find that black shirt +5. So that black wizard has some armor.
Inferna's gonna check and find that, and find the incentive ribbon.
That's an Excal +3 on Sharknado floor.
It is. So hey presto, we've got a good sword.
Right, that's the Inferna's first ribbon. Equip the white shirt. Equip the white shirt. There you go.
And move the white shirt to the first slot.
Yeah, that too.
That's a little more advanced, knowing to move things to the first slot.
Look, the equipment that needed to get equipped got equipped. That's pretty important.
Yeah, that's the more important thing. Learning inventory management for spellcasting is for later.
Yeah, that's one of those. My times are getting better, but I still need to shave off a few seconds. What can I do better?
Yeah.
And Siberian going straight back into sea, not having that loot yet. This is giving Inferno time to catch up.
Very much so. XP from that chest.
Now this is going to show if Siberian remembers that it's a random unlocked and that Mermaid Prison is on.
Oh, Mermaid Prison's on.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I got that backwards.
Yeah, Mermaid Prison is on in this seed. So if we see Siberian go to the mermaids, they're kind of desperate at that point. Or they forgot that the prison is on. Well, checking TFC is a bad start to remembering that it's a random unlocked.
Yeah.
That's not a bad find.
That's not a bad find.
Not picking it up, though.
I don't know why you wouldn't pick that up. That is better than the paper cut +5.
Yeah, but that's only if you want to use your ninja as your carry instead of your fighter.
What do you mean instead of? In addition to?
And we have a raid in from Drinks Glue. Welcome on in, y'all. We are watching two of our ducklings run the Boot Camp 204 flags currently.
And Mecklin points out we do have Master Chest in Topher. We do. Guarded by the War Chicken. And Bull figures out that C
something is wrong. Let's see if they go straight to Corneria Castle or not.
Looks like
looking good.
Yep.
Alright, this will just come down to how rough of a Topher is waiting for Siberian Bull now.
Given what we've seen in the rest of this seed, my guess is very rough.
Well, a lot of the really mean things rolled on the early enemies, which we won't see in Topher. But there are still plenty of other mean things that we haven't seen yet.
This is true. There are plenty of other mean things. We haven't seen the nuke, I don't think.
No.
So that's still in the pool.
I was trying to keep my thoughts away from that. I don't want our ducks have to... Ooh. Opal +3.
Opal Cheerio. And Opal Bonk.
Both +3. And chests that I would normally never touch.
Yeah, and validation chests.
Siberian Bull going right.
And
Into
get that
seafloor.
into seafloor, which is where that massive chest is.
And resets out. So not looking for the Masa. Slightly confused now, but looks like everything's back on track.
Meanwhile, Inferna just go-moding Sea Shrine.
Yeah. You found the floater late. You know you found it late. You need to just try and push as fast as you can. You have a decent loadout already.
Yeah, your loadout's good.
And because of the three-man party, their levels are nice as well.
Yes.
So Kraken could have landed in sea, but I believe it was Lich this time. So in
Yes.
Topher, it would be Lich 2 on seafloor.
That is correct.
As we see Inferno fighting Lich 1. I mean,
it's still seafloor.
it's still hitting as hard as a Kraken 2 would. It just has the weaknesses of a Lich. Okay, that went down pretty easily. Wait, why was Lich in Earth? Oh, it only shuffles the base fiends?
Yeah. Okay, it only shuffles the base. I don't play the Fiend Shuffle on very often, so I don't know.
Yeah, it just seems odd to me.
And Siberian Bull pulls Chaos. Inferno, meanwhile, burns off 2 encounters to go in on a hero run.
Inferno entering Topher. Going left side, which was the easier of the two sides.
Ooh! Loses that white caster right away. Uses that life caster right away.
That's very not good.
His carry hitting like a truck.
I think that was 8 hits for 809 damage from that fighter.
Yeah, that fighter's hitting like a truck too, so...
This Chaos is not long. Oh, that was only 7 hits for 208 now. I think that fighter's swinging the X-Cal still.
Yes, because Siberian didn't pick up anything better for that fighter.
I would have swapped on the Vorpal.
Vorpal's sitting on the, or not. Or maybe the Vorpal's not sitting on the, Ninja.
Oh, GG Siberian Bull. With an official race time of 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 14 seconds.
Get your GG's in chat for Siberian. GG to you.
GG Siberian Bull.
Hey, GG's. Unfortunately, because I know cursing's not allowed, this seed can sit and spin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, at what point did you realize you accidentally skipped Corneria Castle?
When I exited C.
Okay, so
Like
at
like
least
like,
you-
like I said earlier, like about the. I want to say after I did Sarda and Titan, I was like, I should really go over there to Corneria, but then I just completely forgot. And then the same could be said about trying to find the slab. It's like
yeah, sometimes when you're trying to go fast, things just fall out of your logic chain in your head and you just skip ahead.
well,
Yeah.
That didn't help.
Inferno is on Chaos.
that didn't help. Earth also was a mess with toxic gargoyles and poison damage spiders. Like, all right, and then getting down to Kraken. It was like not hoping for the 125 would be Lich. Nope. Kraken said, "No, you got to do it again."
Yeah, that was a painful watch of you going through that Earth Cave.
Yeah, so that's why when I do the retread, I was like, all right, I'm grabbing this tail and I'm leaving.
Little surprised, little curious about not grabbing the two ribbons when you went all the way around to Vampire.
Because they were on the next floor, and I was going to come to that floor anyway. And I
Okay.
and I remembered they were going to be there, so I figured I was going to get them on the way back down. So I was figured at least I could save one floor, at least maybe in time. I don't know, but finding even though it rolled down the defense sword in Cardia helped a little bit. So at least I could have two swingers going back down into Earth for a Kraken. But yeah, felt good. Outside of that, things I forgot, and I would definitely say lucking out and fighting the X-Cal going down in C.
Yeah.
Because I was hoping going down to C, because my brain was not thinking, was in mindset of, all right, I'm looking for this loot. Hopefully, it's on the way down in C, and I don't have to go up, and that didn't happen.
And GG's to Inferna with an official race time of 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 26 seconds.
GG Inferno.
Yeah, we were talking in the waiting room earlier about our same difficulties, but I'll let him say his piece.
The start of that seed was so rough.
Yeah, it was.
The no tents, so I was banking on Beaky having the item, and then when he didn't, and I was 3,000 gold short. That was a unwelcome surprise.
Believe it or not, I actually put in my head like, wait, the item's going to be in the shop here, isn't it? Especially when Beaky gave I believe it was Beaky that gave us the Vorpal, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So after that, I was like, oh, the item's going to be in the shop here. I'm going to have to come back for the magic, which the only thing I got out of there, I think, really was the life for the white mage after I found the floater and ordeals, which I thought I got really early, and like, all right, this seat's gonna go by fast. No, I just forget everything.
There was some nice white magic, but yeah, I bought first and then beat him, got basically nothing, and then went, oh no.
Yeah, we noticed you grinding money outside of Baroka.
Yep. Luckily, the stuff that was out there was dropping a lot of money, so it didn't take that long to get the extra 3,000 I needed.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I decided I was like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna go and come back later when I have the floater. I was happy when I went to Marsh. Though I did brain fart because I got the hint about the ship being with Astos. And I was like, went to the castle early. He's like, all right, give me the ship. Oh wait, I don't have the crown. Guess I better go to Marsh. And there was crown in the attic.
Yep.
After I
the
found
worst.
After I found it in the attic, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing the bottom. Nope, screw that.
Yeah. The worst was trying to get down to ice and volcano with no tents
And
no money for cabins. Those stupid
And those-
fish.
And
Yeah, those fish were awful to you.
Everybody gets to go to sleep. Yay! You don't get to play the game. Over and
Yeah.
over and over again.
I guess fortunately for me, I didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah, you got to miss the sleep, stone,
sleep, stone poison, and
something glance, I think.
Squint. The incident.
Oh,
death
Squint.
one.
Yeah. Jeez. Oh, that was so horrible.
And they come in packs of 5 to 9.
Yes.
That's
You
always
just
that's
never
always
get
the
to
part.
play.
At least we lucked out with level 1 nuke.
Yes, that was when I saw that in in Canaria. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be nice." Oh no!
Okay, famous
Unless-
last words.
I mean, unless you took Red Mage.
Yeah, when I saw his malice of no nuke, I was like, "Well, okay, Red Mage is dead."
Oh yeah, he was usually with these type of seeds. What I generally try to do is like, all right, does any of them have tele magic? And that one's usually on the team. And if it's one of the mages, that mage does not come in the party. And the same with nuke, whether it be red mage or black mage.
But it had the plus 20 vitality.
Yeah, like you were going to pick him if you were running the seed.
Maybe.
Don't lie to me.
Probably.
No, I
not.
probably would have picked it over the white mage still.
That was the decision point for me was white mage or red. And without nuke, it was just kind of there's not much really going for red mage at that point.
Yeah, the white mage was rough because you didn't have invis, but I ran into the white shirt, so I was like, yeah, balances out.
So did I forgot I had the white shirt, but I did pick it up.
Yeah, when I'm going for white mage, I want Invis 2, Cure 4, and Life 2. When one of those 3 is missing, it's very hard for me to actually take the white mage.
Yeah, but the red was just so... Oh, no.
He still swings a sword very well.
True, but we also I didn't find hardly any swords of any value. I found a dragon sword and a Vorpal that I couldn't use for 40 minutes.
Where was that Excal I tried?
See, it was
C.
C going down.
5.
Yeah, he was go moding at that point. He wasn't going to check that.
Yeah, as soon as I was like, oh, I just need to do this dungeon, and go. All right, there's no boxes that have any value. Just go.
There's also a Sun plus 2. Was that also in C?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I think so.
There was also a rolled down defense sword in Cardia, which I used for forcing the seed, but that was only because I had the Vorpal. I was like, all right, Ninja, you use this.
That's kind of a desperation sword, usually, when you're promoted.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't take that katana you found.
Hey, look, I gave it a good 5-second look over. Like I thought it hard.
I mean, it was a katana plus 3.
It's true, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you got through still.
I got through. I swung hard. That Excal did 800 damage to Chaos in a swing after two power bonks and a fast. So I was happy with that.
I never found the power bonks either. I forgot about the legendary shops completely.
Yeah, it was for sale in the dwarf cave.
Yeah, so was the black shirt, but I also found the black shirt on the way.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that would have been really good would have been that power bonk for me, because that Vorpal only hitting for on
Vorpal
Chaos.
numbers.
Yeah, it was okay most of the time, 4, 5, 600, and then one swing for 8 for 80. Great.
Yeah, that's just Vorpal doing Vorpal things. You have to expect those swings every like 3 attacks.
Yeah, but like if I had found a power bonk, I'd have popped that at least twice and probably would have killed Chaos a round earlier.
Well, let's swing it around the horn for final thoughts. Odron or Siberian Bowl first on stream.
Having done the async before this, I was like, all right, I'm gonna have a better time. Sure, my time was better, but a whole lot of the same.
Inferno.
That was a very rough early game, but otherwise, it's very interesting to go into Gaia and it's Lefane. Oh, okay.
Odron.
I just want to thank our restreamer Mechlin, and who also did double duty with tracking, and let me make sure I get the name right. Catnip Bumblefarts, our other tracker. Final Fantasy for allowing us to show off our ducks, and everyone who came out to watch, thank you. DM
It's
Stewart,
all-
any final thoughts?
It's always interesting to see how people deal with a rough early game like this was. Especially because when you see a bunch of nasty stuff early, it's out of the pool for later. So you usually know if you power through the early stuff, you won't have to deal with it later. Keep tuned in for more of the Duckling Boot Camp. We've got 2 more weeks of the boot camp, including 2 weeks of the Platy Party on Sunday nights. After that, we've got the Duckling the Duckling Derby, which is just for new players. If you are a new player, come on out, have fun with that. And we've got, as mentioned, Lefanian League just started up. We've also got various other tournaments throughout the year. We usually have a double anti-bingo tournament, fall league that's teams, summer co-op that's 2-player, and of course the winter tournament, which is our big flagship tournament of the year. So on behalf of the whole crew and the Final Fantasy Randomizer 1 community, thank you very much. I have been DM Stewart 1981. Good night, everybody.